Mataji, you are live now. You can start.
Hare Krishna. Yes. We'll do Jai Radha Madhava.
So let me say yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Radha Jaya Vihara Jaya Gopi Janaval Jaya Girivara Jaya Girivara Jaya Vihara. Prabhu is saying because of Mridanga he cannot hear me. Maybe soft? Or you go
Mataji, I think that is the problem here. If there is a musical instrument, unless you have that, what is that called? During pandemic, we used to have that.
Right,
Unless
right.
we have that, then you have this problem. So you probably have to just clap and sing or something like that.
Okay. Okay. I'll just ask him to do softly because it helps me while singing. So
Okay,
he
yeah,
can move a
softly
little
is fine.
farther. Yeah.
Softly is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So Advaita, please, you can move a little farther and can play softly. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Jaya Radha Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Radha Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Gopi Jaya Girivardhana Jaya Pijanavalla Jaya Girivardhana Yashodananda 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 Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So I see some message that there is still disturbance. I'm not audible. Am I not audible?
Yeah, Mataji, it was audible means intermittent. It was breaking and coming back, breaking and coming back like that. Um,
That
so
could.
this happens whenever like, there's a musical instrument, either kartal or tabla gets played. This happens.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. If you don't have jamulas, that's the problem. That's what jamulas helps us.
Okay.
So Mataji, you can now go ahead with your class.
Sure. Thank you,
And share your
Prabhupada.
screen if you want.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees to ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Thank you for joining us for the Wednesday evening Krishna Katha at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Today, we will be glorifying Lord Chaitanya and discussing some of his pastimes. And we'll sing a couple of bhajans. I don't know how it will go. We'll try because of the kartal or mridanga, but we will try. And let's start now with the Mangalacharan. I'm going to share my screen and I'll share the Mangalacharan prayers. When I'm speaking, I'm audible, right? Am I okay? The sound?
Mataji, now your sound is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, your sound is fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you able to see the prayers that I'm sharing?
Yes, Mataji, the slides are visible.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvita Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवर्षभानवी देवी दैताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाद्या श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्तिविग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगाविरुद्धापसिद्धान्तध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बारसाम्बोधे पदाम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रिया वैष्णव सर्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते जयतां सुरतोपङ्गो मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोज राधामदनमोहन दिव्याद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमदः श्रीमद्रत्नागरसिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा शीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरा श्रीमन्रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थिता कर्षन्वेणुस्वर्णैर्गोपी गोपीनाथा श्रियेस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा my slides I can probably make it slide show. This is better. This is beautiful shloka from Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. We are going to read the translation first. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose arms extend down to their knees, who have golden yellow complexions, and who inaugurated the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Their eyes resemble the petals of a lotus flower. They are the maintainers of the living entities, the best of the Brahmanas, the protectors of religious principles for this age, the benefactors of the universe, and the most merciful of all incarnations. Ajanulapita kanakavadato sankirtanaikapitaro कमलायताक्ष विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपाल वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतार वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतार. This is a shloka where Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, the most merciful incarnations of the Lord, are being glorified by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. And Srila Prabhupada actually mentions that Lord Chaitanya has arrived, Lord Krishna arrived in the form of, he incarnated in the form of Lord Chaitanya to offer something which has never been ever offered by any of other incarnations of the Lord. Anarpita Charim Shirar. That means Anarpita is that has never been offered. And this is a prayer from the Mangalacharan in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we know about Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, when the Lord comes himself as Krishna, and Lord has given Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. He mentions that there's a lot of philosophy, of course, he gives, and he mentions that you have to surrender to me, Sarvadharman Parityaja, and Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, and then I will protect you. So basically, Krishna is clearly instructing we have to surrender to him through devotional service. And then in multiple other incarnations, including Lord Rama and Krishna himself, he comes and annihilates the demon, the Rakshasas, the cruel kings, and all the entities who have been miscreants and who are tormenting the devotees of the Lord. But when Lord comes in the form of Lord Chaitanya, he actually comes to not to annihilate the demons but to reform the demoniac tendencies within the living entity's heart, within our hearts. So, and by doing that, actually, he helps us attain Krishna Prema by chanting the holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapdantikam. Srila Rupa Goswami is, so basically the prayer is that this is we have to pray to actually Srila Rupa Goswami, who has understood the essence of Lord's mercy. Prabhupada says that Srila Rupa Goswami understood and all the acharyas understood. We have to take their word. We cannot understand Krishna, but that is all right at some times. But we have to understand that he is the Supreme Lord. We have to understand that he is the Supreme Lord. And then Lord Chaitanya comes in picture. Then he helps us to attain that prema towards the Lord. Srila Prabhupada actually defined religion when Prabhupada used to give classes. He used to say, religion means to know God and to love God. And it is not about fearing God. It is not about if you do something, then the Lord will become angry, and out of fear, you have to follow certain things. It is not that. Actually, we have to learn to love God. And we actually can love somebody whom we know. And how we can know Lord? By hearing about him. It's just like when we follow certain known personalities in contemporary world, and people see their videos, their pictures, or follow their what they have been doing, their latest happenings, etc. And the more they hear or see, the more they want to know about them, the more they want to follow them, and they kind of get attached. Now, we have to actually dovetail this tendency of attachment towards the Lord, and we should hear Lord's glories through all this pastime that have been written by great devotees. And for today's pastimes, we have Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have Chaitanya Bhagavat. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vrindavan Das Thakur, they have written these pastimes of the Lord. And we are very, very fortunate that these pastimes have been recorded. And Srila Prabhupada very painstakingly have translated these pastimes for our understanding. Srila Prabhupada completed translation of Chaitanya Charitamrita in 73, 74, one of those 2 years, much before he was concluding the translations of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada said every respectable person should have the copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada would sleep only couple of hours in the night, and he would translate all this text throughout the night. And very painstakingly, he has made this Chaitanya Charitamrita and all these translations available to us. So we are very grateful to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and all the acharyas who have made this available for us. And we are very grateful to our temple, ISKCON of Silicon Valley, to having this opportunity for us to come together and discuss Lord's pastimes. Now, we are going to sing one more bhajan by, I'm going to share the screen again. This is a Parama Karuna Pahudujana. This is a beautiful bhajan by Lochan Das Thakur, and this is being sung many, many times, by devotees, and this is one of my favorite bhajans. It sings the glories of Lochan Das Thakur is singing glories of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, how they are the most beneficent incarnations of the Lord, and they have come to deliver all the fallen souls. Let's read the translation first. The two lords, Nitai Gaurachandra, are very merciful. They are the essence of all incarnations. The specific significance of these incarnations is that they introduced a process of chanting and dancing that is simply joyful. Just looking for my glasses. My dear brother, I request that you just worship Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda with firm conviction and faith. If one wants to be Krishna conscious by this process, one has to give up his engagement in sense gratification. One simply has to chant Hare Krishna, Hari Hari without any motive. My dear brother, just try and examine this. Within the three worlds, there is no one like Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda. Their merciful qualities are so great that upon hearing them, even birds and bees cry and stones melt. But Lochan Das regrets that I am entrapped by sense gratification. Since I have no attraction for the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, then Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, is punishing me by not allowing me to be attracted by this movement. I'll try just put a message in the text box if my kartal is also creates a disturbance. I will try to use the smallest one I have.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead. Let's do the experiment.
Yes. Paramakar Bahudui Jana Nitai Raja Paramakar Bahudui Jana Nitai Raja Sabhavat Sarashiromani Kevala Anandaka Sabhavat Sarashiromani Kevala Anandaka Bhajo Bhajo Bhai Chaitanya Nita Hridaya Vishwasa Ko Bhajo Bhajo Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishwasa Ko Vishaya Chadiya Sera Se Majiya Mukhe Bolo Hariha Vishaya Chadiya Sera Se Majiya Mukhe Bolo Hariha देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवनेना हे मनो दयालदा देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवनेना हे मनो दयालदा पशु पाखी झूरे पाषाण विदरे शुनियार गुणगा पशु पाखी झूरे पाषाण विदरे शुनियार गुणगा संसारे माझिया रोहिली पोरिया से पदे नाही लो संसारे माझिया रोहिली पोरिया से पदे नाही लो अपना का गुंजाए शमना जनदा अपना का गुंजाए शमना जनदा परम करुणा बहुदूई जाना निताई गौराचा परम करुणा बहुदूई जाना निताई गौराचा जय गौरा गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल. Was it okay, Prabhuji?
It was breaking little bit, Mataji.
Krishna. Okay. Okay, I think I'll just I'm audible now, right?
Yes, when you're speaking, you're fine. So only when you sing and you even I think when you sing also it will be fine if you don't have any instruments behind.
Okay. Okay, I will not do the kartal also, I think, if at all we get to do another bhajan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now there are certain shlokas that I have collected from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which glorify the Lord's pastimes and hearing about Lord's pastimes. We will go through those shlokas and then we will discuss some of the pastimes of the Lord. Let me share again. This is from Adi Leela. Shunile Khandibe Chittera Ajnanadi Dosha Krishne Gada Prema Habe Pahibe Santosha. Simply hearing submissively will free one's heart from all the faults of ignorance, and thus one will achieve deep love for Krishna. This is the path of peace. So, simply hearing submissively will free one's heart from all the faults of ignorance. Recently and last weekend, somebody asked a question to Vaisheshika Prabhu how we can get rid of the unwanted things within our heart. And Prabhu had answered that we don't really have to put any extra effort to remove unwanted things. But he gave an example, just like there's a bottle of ink, when we pour milk continuously into the bottle, then initially the milk and ink gets mixed and some discolored liquid comes out, and then when you keep pouring more and more, at some point the ink is completely gone, only milk remains in the bottle. Similarly, to free our heart from unwanted things like ignorance mentioned in this shloka, we just simply have to hear Lord's pastimes. There's another very beautiful shloka. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Advaita Mahatva Tandra Bhakta Bhakti Nama Prema Rasa Tattva Bhinna Bhinna Likhi Yachi Kariya Vichara Shuni Le Jani Be Sab Vastu Tattva Sara. If one patiently hears about the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Advaita Prabhu and their devotees, devotional activities, names and fame, along with the mellows of their transcendental loving exchanges, one will learn the essence of the absolute truth. Therefore, I have described these in the Chaitanya Charitamrita with logic and discrimination. Chaitanya Gosai Leela Amritera Dhara Sarvendriya Triptahaya Shravaniyahara. The nectarian drops of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes can satisfy the senses of everyone who hears them. So, I'm going to stop here sharing, and we are going to discuss some of the pastimes of the Lord. When Lord Chaitanya in Navadvip, he was there and he stayed with Sachimata, and then particularly in his youth, when he was grown up and he was known as Nimai Pandit, that time Lord Chaitanya would roam around Navadvip, and he would visit different people, and he would try to give mercy to them by conversing with them and taking some things from them, asking them some things. So it is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, these pastimes, how Lord roamed around Navadvip. And it is mentioned that these pastimes are similar to when Lord Krishna went to Mathura, and he roamed around in Mathura, and then he gave mercy to the washerman, to the flower person, to the kubja, and the lady kubja, and then like that he was interacting with the some of the people, and he gave them mercy. So one day, Nimai, so in his Nimai Pandit, he went to went to um, cloth merchant's home, and he said, now, as soon as the cloth merchant saw Nimai coming to his home, he welcomed him with a lot of respect. And Lord Gaurasundar looked very beautiful. He had, like we just sang Ajanubahu, so he had long hands stretched till his knees. He had eyes like lotus petals, and his face was like moon, very effulgent. And then he had very curly hairs, which encircled his face, and he had the most attractive smile. When he spoke, his words were so very, very soothing, and he captured everybody's attention. And there was nobody in Navadvip who was not eager to talk to Gaur Sundar, and they were always very eagerly waiting upon him. And none of them knew actually that he is the Supreme Lord. But whenever they saw him, he attracted their heart. So when the cloth merchant saw the Lord coming in, he welcomed the Lord and he gave him a seat. And then the Lord said, "My dear brother, can you give me a finest of your clothes?" And cloth merchant was very pleasantly, happily looking at the Lord, attracted by the Lord. And he went inside and he got one of his best pieces of cloth, and he offered to Nimai. And he said, "Here, please see if you like this." And then Lord looked at the cloth, and then he said, how much will you take for this?" And then the cloth merchant said, um, "Give whatever comes from your heart, give whatever you like." And then the Lord looked again at the cloth, and he said, "I didn't carry any coins with me today." And then the cloth merchant said that, "Okay, no problem, you can take this cloth, please wear it, use it. If you like it, then after 10-15 days later, if you like, you can pay me something, you can give me something." And then Lord looked at him with side glance, and he smiled, and then he left. He showered mercy. Just Lord's sidelong glances also actually showers mercy. Now, this exchange might be seemingly very simple, like that, but in the presence of the Lord, a person, a living entity, when he comes in front of the Lord, and then the Lord is speaking and asking him something, it is for the benefit of that particular person. By offering something to the Lord, actually the person got benefited. And then the Lord just looked at him with his merciful glance, and then he left. After that, the Lord went to milkman's home. And then the Lord, because being a Brahmana family, he wanted to take advantage of being a Brahmana. And he said, "Dear milkman, today I will accept some charity of milk and yogurt from you, from all of you. So please bring me some milk and yogurt." So all the milkmen, they became very happy. Then one said, "Oh, please come to my home." The other said, "Please come to my home." And then they were very eager to invite him in their home. And one of them said, "Do you remember?" He was just joking. He was just jokingly saying, "Do you remember last time you came to my home and you ate in my home? So you should come. You remember me?" Like that he was saying. But mm, the Lord looked at him and smiled. And actually, he was joking, but still he was actually saying the truth. It is mentioned that not in this life, Lord went to his home, but in Krishna form, Lord went to his home in Mathura, and he actually had milk and in their home. And Lord didn't reveal that to them. And they brought nice milk, yogurt, cream, and other milk items, and they offered to the Lord, and then the Lord accepted it. and then he left. He gave profuse mercy to all of them, and then he left. And then Lord again went ahead, and then he went to um, flower person's home. Sorry, first he, I think before that he went to person who makes fragrant oils, and then he said, when the person saw Lord coming, he welcomed him with much respect. He gave him a seat, and then he said, "My dear Brahmana, how can I serve you?" And then the Lord said, "Bring me the best of the fragrance oils that you have." And then he goes inside, the merchant goes inside, he brings best of his creations and he offers to the Lord, and he said, "Please try this and see if you like." And then the Lord looks at him and he says, um, so how much will it cost? How what is the price for this? And then he says that you can give what you like. And then the Lord says, uh, but I'm not carrying any money with me now. And then he says, okay, no worry, you can take it, use it if you like it. Maybe later, if you like, you can give something, and if you don't give something also, that's all right. And they're continuously looking at Lord's face, because Lord is very attractive. Lord's beauty is so attractive, even demigods used to come every day to see Lord's pastimes in Navadvip. And then the Lord leaves, and then Lord goes next to a garland maker's home. And when the garland maker, the flower person, he comes, he sees the Lord is coming to his home. He sees that this person is a very divine person. He's very attractive, and certainly he has some divine potency in him. That's how the flower person, garland maker, he's thinking in his heart. And then the Lord comes and sits, and he says, "I would like a garland today, but I don't have any money with me." And then the person says, the flower merchant, he says that you don't have to pay anything to me. And then he brings best of the garlands and he offers around Lord's neck. And then the Lord becomes very happy, and he gives profuse blessings uh, to the flower merchant, and then he leaves. And then after that, the Lord goes to betel leaf merchant's home, and he also welcomes the Lord. And please see that why Lord is going around like this is to simply to give mercy to all of those special devotees. So then the betel leaf merchant welcomes the Lord, and he's continuously staring at the Lord, and he's very much pleased just by seeing at Lord's beautiful face. He goes hurriedly and he makes a betel leaf with some spices in it, and he offers to the Lord. And the Lord says to him that you are offering me a betel leaf without any cost. And then he smiles and looks at the merchant, and then the merchant says, I just acted because of my heart was urging to offer you, something out of love. And Lord really liked his honesty, and he became very happy. He accepted the betel leaf, and then the merchant packed another bag of some betel leaves, some spices, and some offerings for the Lord. And then the Lord became very happy, and then he left from there. So this way, the Lord was doing very nice, beautiful exchanges with the residents of Navadvip, and he was putting them into transcendental bliss. So the shlokas that we just read, it's okay. I think I stopped sharing. I'm gonna share it again. So basically, Lord's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes can satisfy the senses of everyone who can hear them. So this is very simple exchanges of the Lord, but these are very, very satisfying, as we can experience ourselves, and as we can see from all those residents um, who are actually seeing Lord face to face, and also all the demigods who are coming to watch these pastimes, they are also very satisfied. So I'm trying to go to the next. Okay. Shri Chaitanya Leela A Amritera Sindhu Trijakata Bhasha Ite Pare Yara Eka Bindu. Sorry, my Bengali is not so good. I'm going to do this again. Shri Chaitanya Leela A Amritera Sindhu Trijakata Bhasha Ite Pare Yara Eka Bindu. The activities of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are just like an ocean of nectar. Even a drop of this ocean can inundate all the three worlds. Now think a drop of ocean, a drop. A drop of ocean, can it inundate the three worlds? The simple, normal drop of ocean cannot. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, like an ocean of the nectar, even a single drop of this nectar can inundate the whole world in, all three worlds it is mentioned. Chaitanya Charitamrita Nitya Karapana Yaha Haite Premananda Bhakti Tattva Jnana. O devotees, relish daily the nectar of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for by doing so one can merge in transcendental bliss and attain full knowledge of devotional service. So we are going to see some more pastimes. So it's mentioned how Lord's pastimes, actually this nectarian pastimes can inundate the whole, all the three worlds. There is a very beautiful pastime of Jagai Madai, and we all, most of us, we know. I'll just for anybody who may not know, I'll quickly summarize. The Jagai and Madai, they were two very rich people, but they were very, very doing a lot of abominable activities, and they were miscreants. They were tormenting anybody coming in their way, and they were creating trouble in the whole Navadvip. And there were so many sinful activities that they had done that there was no count of it. And Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda Prabhu actually, especially, delivered them, because what happened was, when trying to teach the glories of the Lord to Jagai and Madai, actually they heard Lord Nityananda, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very angry because Lord Nityananda was hurt. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to chastise them, punish them, and he almost invoked his chakra, because Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself. And Nityananda Prabhu held on to the lotus feet of the Lord, and he said, "My dear Lord, please don't punish them. You have come to deliver all these fallen souls. Please, please, please don't annihilate them. Please give your mercy to them." By looking at Lord Nityananda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped, and he did not punish Jagai and Madai. And by seeing Lord Nityananda's kind heart, their heart got transformed and they became devotees of the Lord. Now, by seeing this pastime, all the demigods who had come to see the pastimes of the Lord, they come every day. That's what it is mentioned. They become very, very happy, and they started dancing in jubilantly. And it is mentioned that when all the demigods, they are chanting and dancing very blissfully, then Yamaraj actually heard this news, and then he came to know that the most sinful people have been delivered. And then he went to Chitragupta, and he asked Chitragupta. So Chitragupta is assistant of Lord Yamadev, and Lord Yamadev is the Lord of Death. He actually punishes all the living entities according to their karma. So Chitragupta is Lord Yamaraja's assistant who actually records the pastimes, we can say, or the activities of all the living entities. They record it in their notebooks, and then whenever the person dies, then he goes to the court of the Yamaraj, and according to the all the activities that have been recorded for that person, whatever he has done, that person is given the next birth. Either he goes to hell or heaven, or he gets another birth, according to his activities. So this is the position of Lord Yamaraj and his assistants, Chitragupta. So by seeing the deliverance of Jagai and Madai, Yamaraj goes to Chitragupta and he says, Chitragupta, can you please pull all the records of these two Jagai and Madai, these two personalities, and I want to hear what were their activities. And Chitragupta is very much in despair, and he says, my dear Lord, why do you even want to go into that matter? Why do you want to hear about it? You know, these two people have done so many sins. There is not a single sin that is remaining that they haven't not yet done. And all our scribes means the people who write, they have been writing continuously 24 hours, day and night, and they have been exhausted by writing what they have been doing, all their sinful activities. And it has filled chambers and chambers and chambers, multiple chambers, by those written books of their sinful activities in our quarters. And all our scribes, they are crying and exhausted just by writing about these people. They got tired. How much sins these people are doing, like that. And Chitragupta is telling Yamaraj like this. And then uh, but look, my dear Lord, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they are so munificent that the people who have done hundreds and thousands of sins, and to write them, you need hundreds and 200,000s and scribes, and you need hundreds and thousands of chambers to store those, writing their accounts. And actually, we even need to create a custom hell, because currently, whatever hell we have, it's not worth punishing them. So we need to create a custom hell for them, and that much sinful they are. But Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, within a moment, they have extinguished all their sinful reactions and delivered them, and they have become devotees. And this is miraculous. Look at this, what has happened, like that Chitragupta is saying. And when Yamaraj, he hears this, and then he tries to contemplate what is happening, and he's swooned, like he's taken by the mercy of the Lord's, how much magnanimity of the Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, and he faints. Lord Yamaraj faints on the floor of his chariot. And then Chitragupta becomes very concerned. Oh, what happened? Because he got concerned that Yamaraj fainted, his chariot has stopped. So he tries to revive Yamaraj, but he's not able to come to consciousness. Actually, Yamaraj has gone into ecstasy by seeing the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. And all the demigods who are dancing, they saw that Yamaraj's chariot has stopped. So Lord Brahma, Shiva, they all go there and they see, oh, what has happened? They got astonished that Yamaraj has fainted. And then they got puzzled, what happened? And then Chitragupta, assistant of the Lord Yamaraj, he explains what exactly happened. And Then all the demigods, they understood what has happened. Actually, Yamaraj is in ecstasy. So what they do, ecstasy because of the love and devotion for Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. So then Lord Brahma, they go and they in the ear of Yamaraj, they chant Lord Chaitanya's name. They chant Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. And then they are trying to revive Yamaraj, and they're again chanting Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. And then Yamaraj comes to consciousness. And when he wakes up, he comes to consciousness, he is in complete ecstasy, and he starts chanting and dancing Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And then Lord Brahma is dancing, then Lord Shiva is dancing, and then Varuna, Chandra, all these demigods, all of them are dancing and chanting. Narada Muni is dancing. All the streams of tears are coming from his eyes, and Narad Muni is crying and dancing, and next to him is Lord Brahma is dancing, and Lord Shiva, all his jata, all his matted hair are going up and down because he's jumping so high, and all his clothes are scattered because he is in ecstasy, seeing that Lord can deliver, all this. This is great mercy that Lord has delivered these sinful people, and everybody is in ecstasy. And all the demigods, some of the demigods, they are discussing among themselves that Lord is so merciful. He is so merciful that seeing the fate of and good fortune of Jagai and Madai, we have hope for ourselves. Definitely one day Lord will also deliver us. That's how they are thinking, and they are in ecstasy. And all this kirtan that is happening with all these demigods chanting Gauranga, Gauranga, it has been heard from Brahmaloka all the way to the Tapoloka to Patal Loka. All the three worlds, this chanting is heard, and the whole world is vibrated with Lord Gauranga's name. Now, the shloka that we just read, how Lord is actually how Lord's pastimes is actually. I'm gonna go back to that. Trijagata bhashayite pare yara eka bindu, means all Lord's the nectarian pastimes are like an ocean, and one small drop of the his pastime can inundate all the three worlds. This particular pastime is very much uh, uh, goes along with this shloka. So this is what I wanted to discuss, and then next is let me share this one shloka. Hmm. Sorry, somehow just taking time away. I mean, I share and stop sharing. So after that, we have Chaitanya Chaitamrita from Antilila. The shloka is there. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam Giyatam Giyatam Muda Chaitanya Chintayatam Chintayatam Bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamritam. I'm going to do this again. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam Giyatam Giyatam Muda Chintayatam Chintayatam Bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted, and meditated upon with great happiness. So, there is basic this particular shloka. It is mentioning that we should always hear, always chant, and always meditate upon these pastimes, muda, with great happiness. And this reminds me one of the shlokas from the Kevalashtakam, and it Kevalashtakam is actually the glories of the holy name, and it describes Hare Namaiva Kevalam. So it always all the stanzas at the end says Hare Namaiva Kevalam. So one of the stanzas goes just like the shloka, and I was trying to. So that shloka goes like Niyata Diyatam Diyata Kar Niyatam Niyatam Vacha Giyatam Giyatam Nityam Hare Namaiva Kevalam. That means Diyatam Diyatam Karnu. Basically, we should always hear with our ears. The Niyatam Niyatam Vachaha. We should always utter with our voice. Giyatam Giyatam Nityam. It should always be sung perpetually. Hare Namaiva Kevalam. So, this is the holy name of the Lord should always be sung, heard, and uttered like this, and perpetually it should be done. So, this particular shloka is also, mentioning the Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. We should always be heard, always be chanted, always be meditated upon with great happiness. There is one example of a great devotee of the Lord. His name is Kolavicha Sridhar, and we will discuss his pastime now, who always continuously chanted holy names of the Lord day and night. So Kolavicha Sridhar, Kolavicha means the banana leaf seller. That's a Bengali word, and Sridhar is his name. Kolavicha means the banana leaf seller, basically. So he was a very poor person. He lived in the outskirts of the town, and he sold banana leaves. Then he made cups out of banana leaves and he sold them. And he sold them at a very minimal price compared to the market price. And he would not try to make any benefit like other merchants by quoting higher price and try to make some benefit. He just lived in a small thatched hut, and he whatever money he would earn by selling the banana cups or banana leaves, banana trunk, he would 50% of it he would dedicate to worship Ganga river, Mother Ganges. He was a devotee of Ganga, and all night he would chant holy names of Lord Krishna, and he wouldn't sleep. And he had only one small possession, a small metal pot in his home that he would use for drinking water, for bathing himself, or for washing his hands, etc. So that was his only possession in the home. And this way he was living a very simple life, but he was very pure at heart, and he was uh, very, very fond of Nimai. And Lord Chaitanya also appreciated him because of his purity. So Nimai would always come visit Kolavicha Sridhar in his small hut, and he would like to converse with uh, Sridhar. Nimai would always love conversing with Kolavicha Sridhar, and he would go and he would talk to him, and he would try to buy banana leaves from Sridhar. Nimai would try to buy banana leaves from Sridhar by bargaining the price, and then he would say that your banana leaves, how much do they cost? And when Sridhar would tell, this is I charge very less, it's not much. I just want to have a little bit just to so that I can keep my body and soul together. I don't charge much. And then the Lord would say, really? But in the market, you can get much better price. You are charging so high, your price is still high. And then the Sridhar would say, if you think if my charges are high, you can go and get it from other vendors or other merchants. Then he might say, but I want it only from you. Then he said, and then the Lord says, just give me half of the price that what you are giving it to me. And then the Sridhar says, I am giving you very low price. It is very, very low compared to the other merchants. And you still want me to take half of that? You just want to give me half of that? Then, Nimai would say, actually, just give it to me for free. and then and then I wouldn't pay you anything. You should give it to me for free. And then Kolavicha Sridhar would say, you don't know who I am? Sorry, then Nimai would say, sorry, Sridhar would say, you want it for free? And then Nimai would say, you don't know who I am? He says, River Ganga is my devotee. I'm a cowherd boy, you know. So Nimai is talking like he's trying to say, I'm actually indirectly he's revealing his identity, but he just jokingly, conversing with Sridhar. He said, I am cowherd boy and Mother Ganges is my devotee. You give so much of your earn Lakshmi and you worship Ganga. You worship me. I am the Lord of Ganga. I am. You should worship me. Actually, Ganga is my devotee. And then Sridhar said, Vishnu, Vishnu, what are you saying? How can you even declare this of yourself? And then he put his hand on his ear and he tries to stop Nimai. Then Nimai laughs. And then Nimai says, you always chant day and night. And then all these neighbors are disturbed by your chanting. And see, you don't even have rice or food or anything in your home. You're so poor. What is Krishna giving to you? See, look around. All the devotees of Durga, Chandi, they worship and they are getting so much wealth. They are rich. They have food. They have nice clothing. They have palatial homes, and there is nothing. There is nothing which is missing in their life. What is Krishna giving to you? No, why do you worship Krishna like this? And then Sridhar says, he says, I have some food that I eat every day. I'm living. I'm not dying. My body is covered. Then I have some clothes. They may not be rich, but my body is covered. And then Nimai says, you cannot even afford a needle and thread. All your clothing is torn. You are just tying the knot. Whenever your clothing is, needs stitching, you don't have a needle and thread. And what kind of clothing is this? And then Sridhar says, well, you have a point. But you see, uh, there is a king who stays in very palatial homes and he wears very opulent clothing and jewelry. He has servants to serve him. He has very opulent food and uh, very lot of tasty and variety of items for his for his food. And then there is a bird who stays on the tree and he doesn't even have a change of clothes. He just has a two pair of feathers, his wings. That's how he covers himself. The bird, he just stays on the nest and he doesn't have to work to earn money to get his food. He just gets some berries and fruits and some anything that is coming from the nature. I don't see any difference. They are passing their lives. They're just trying to maintain their lives. Uh, there's not much difference, But I have holy name, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy, even though I may not have opulent food, I may not have palatial home, but I'm happy chanting Lord's name. It gives me immense pleasure. And this way, Nitai and Kolavicha Sridhar, they are talking. Lord is having immense pleasure by teasing Kolavicha Sridhar like this, um, and bringing his devotional emotions out through these conversations. And then Lord says, "Oh, I know you have a secret. You're keeping a secret in your home. You have a big treasure in your home. And one day I'm going to expose you." Lord Nimai says, "Sridhar, I'm going to expose your treasure to the whole world. I'm gonna tell the whole world what you're hiding from everybody. And wait and watch for that day." And then Sridhar says, "What are you talking about? You can come inside my home. You can see my home. There's nothing. I don't have hidden anything. I am not hiding anything. And there's no treasure." And he said, "One day I'm going to expose you. One day." Like that, Lord is teasing him. And like this, they are talking. And I'm doing a time check here. So it's 8:14. I have to make it a little faster. And um, uh, then he says, "Okay, fine. I'm not going to touch your treasure now. Just give me the banana leaf for free." And then Sridhar thinks in his mind, This Nima is very, very, talkative, and he's so much arguments he puts. I hope he doesn't beat me someday. I'll just give him, banana leaf for free. And then he gives him banana leaf and banana cups for free. And sometimes there a pumpkin will grow on top of the thatched that rooftop of the hut of Sridhar, and he would offer that pumpkin to Nimai, and Nimai would take it, and then. They would sometimes even Sridhar would cook and they would eat together, and Lord would actually honor whatever he has offered with great delight, and they would eat together, and Lord will be very, very happy. And this way he offered so much causeless mercy on Sridhar, Kolavicha Sridhar. Lord offered him, and so much blessings and so much mercy. And he spent his time going like this to Kulavicha Sridhar's home and arguing with him and talking with him and taking prasad with him like that. And then later, when Lord did the huge Harinam, the massive Harinam, which is very famous, he started, inaugurated the Sankirtan movement. He did the Harinam through the streets of Navadvip, and he subdued Chand Kazi. And then, while concluding this Harinam, the Lord went to Sridhar's hut. He took the Sankirtan party to Sridhar's hut. And then, when Sridhar saw that the Lord has come with the whole congregation chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and doing this Harinam Sankirtan, the Sridhar became so astonished seeing Lord at his doorsteps, at his hut, and Lord chanted and danced in the courtyard of Sridhar. And all the devotees became so happy how much good fortune this Sridhar has. The Lord personally has come here and chanting and dancing there. And then what Lord did was, uh, there that lota was there, the pot, that metal pot, the only possession of Sridhar. It was there at his door, and with some remnants of water of Sridhar there. Lord picked it up. Actually, it is described that that lota had so many patches of iron because so many holes had come, and every time some hole was formed to stop the leakage of water. He would go and put an iron patch on those lota, and it became so many iron patches on that lota. And it is mentioned that the any desperate thief wouldn't even put a second glance on that lota to steal it. Um, it was so run down lota, and Lord picked up that water pot and he started drinking water from it. And Sridhar became so anxious. He became full of anxiety, and he said, "My Lord, what are you doing? He said, please don't drink this water. You have come here to kill me. Now I have incurred sin. What are you doing? You have come here to destroy me. And Sridhar is talking like this. He's trying to stop the Lord, and Lord is drinking that water, and he is feeling immense nectar. Like that, he's drinking, and he's very, very pleased and satisfied. And the Lord, after drinking that water, he says that now I am satisfied. Now I have devotion for the Lord. Now I feel love and devotion for Krishna. And actually, Lord wanted to show uh, that a pure devotee's remnants are to be honored. And by honoring a pure devotee's water, a remnants, we actually get their devotional qualities and their good qualities. And after Sridhar saw this, he fainted on the ground, unconscious. And all the devotees started chanting in ecstasy that Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Kolavicha Sridhar got so much mercy from the Lord, and they jubilantly doing a uproaring kirtan uh, of the holy names, and everybody's chanting and dancing in ecstasy, including the Lord. And Kolavicha Sridhar, later Lord asked him for a benediction. And Lord, when asked a benediction, Sridhar says, my dear Lord, I don't want anything. I really don't want anything. And then Lord says, please ask something. Please ask some benedictions. It will make me happy if you ask something. To please me, please ask something. And Kulavichashudha is very reluctant. He doesn't want to ask. And the Lord insists him, you must ask something. I really, really want to give you something. Please ask for a benediction. And then Kulavichashudha says, my dear Lord, I don't want anything. Birth after birth after birth, I want to remember the little Nimai, naughty Nimai, coming to my home and arguing for the leaf of banana, and then coming and eating prasad with me. I want to remember this darshan of yours for the eternity. Just give me these benedictions that from in the core of my heart, I always remember you, this beautiful form of yours. And this way, Lord actually gave mercy to Kulavicha Sridhar. So it is 8:21 now. And now what we will do is we are going to sing another bhajan. And then last 5 minutes we can take some questions or comments. So I will share slides for the bhajan. This is a song by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and this is about how Lord sings in a very sweet voice. Translation goes like this: Lord Gaurasundar sings in a very sweet voice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whether you are a householder or a sannyasi, constantly chant Hari Hari. Do not forget this chanting. Whether you are in a happy condition or a distressful one, just fill your lips with their Harinam. You are bound up in the network of Maya and are forced to toil fruitlessly. Now you have obtained full consciousness in the human form of life. So chant the names of Radha Madhav. Your life may end at any moment, and you have not served the Lord of the senses, Rishikesha. Take this advice of Bhaktivinoda Thakur just once. Relish the nectar of the holy name. Ga Gauramad Sware Nam Ga Gauramad Sware. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nanga Gaura Madhur Sware, Nanga Gaura Madhur Sware. Grihe thako vani thako, Sada Hari bole thako. Grihe thako vani thako, Sada Hari bole thako. Sukhe dukhe vadane Hari na kuru re. Sukhe dukhe vadane Hari na kuru re. Ga Gaura Madhur Sware, Nam Ga Gaura Madhur Sware. Maya Jale Baddha Hoye, Acho Miche Kaj Loye. Maya Jale Baddha Hoye, Acho Miche Kaj Loye. Ekon Chita Radha Nanga Gaura Madhur Sware, Nanga Gaura Madhur Sware. Jivana Shesh Na Bhajile Rishikesh. Jivana Shesh Na Bhajile Rishikesh. Thakur Bhakti Vinod Padeshik Bana Se Mature. Thakur Bhakti Vinod Padeshik Bana Se Mature. Ga Gaura Madhur Sware, Nanga Gaura Madhur Sware. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Ga Gaurama Sware. So this is a very nice bhajan, and we'll stop here. And there are 3 more minutes, and we can open up for any questions or comments, corrections, if you have any.
Very, very wonderful, very mesmerizing, description of Chaitanya's, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. It seemed that as if you are describing the pastimes happening in front of you. It was so lively. Very nice descriptions of the pastimes. When you are describing the pastimes of, how Mahaprabhu goes to all these various merchants and, all this other devotees, and they are offering Mahaprabhu, as if they're so mesmerized that, okay, you can use it, and, if you like, you can pay. Otherwise, if you don't want to pay, then don't pay. So I was thinking about, Lord Krishna's pastimes when, that lady with the mangoes, right? He came, and then Lord Krishna, with his very small hands, he was bringing, few uh, bits of rice. Actually, Krishna's mom, Yashoda Mai, gave a lot of rice to him. But then by the time he was coming through the holes of his hand, they were all dropping. He came to the lady, he had only few rice. And the lady was so mesmerized by Lord Krishna's face that she didn't realize, right? She gave all the mangoes to him, and the Krishna was carrying some, and they were falling down the others because his hand was small, right? So it's so sweet, right? Even Mahaprabhu's pastimes, right? The particularly when he, from that lota, he drank, the water, and God knows what was there. Maybe there was rust and all that, but he felt that bliss of, that there is devotional service of Kolavicha for so many years constantly. He had been the consistency of his devotional service, right? Every day he would spend some money on, worship Lord Ganga, thinking that it is coming from, Lord Vishnu's feet. I just thought that I will share this. Your
Thank you for
description of
sharing.
pastimes was very lively.
Thank you so much. I have repeated what I have heard from Visheshika Prabhu, His Grace Visheshika Prabhu, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, and all the different devotees. Yeah, they describe so beautifully. Thank you for allowing me.
Now, let me quickly check, Mataji, if there are any comments in the YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Mataji, so there are no comments there. So
Okay.
if you want to, have some closing comments, and then we can close the session today.
Okay,
Hi,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. So this is Karthikeyan Palaniswamy. So I attended this for first time and blissful to have this session. It was so wonderful, and I was listening. It's really good. You explained so well. So uh, thank you so much for this wonderful session. Yeah, the Chaitanya explanation was so good, and I was mesmerized by this. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for attending. Thank you so much for kind
Thank you.
words. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna. And there is Lakshmi Mataji. Yes, she raised hand. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
Wonderful
Krishna.
session, Mataji, and all Chaitanya Prabhu's pastimes. It was so amazing, and like comparing with what happened with Krishna in Mathura and here in Navadvip. Wonderful, Mataji. I have one question, maybe a lot to learn. Kolavecha Sridhar in Krishna Leela, any part he played, Mataji, or uh, it is not like all characters, whatever they come in Chaitanya pastime will not be there in Krishna Lila.
Yeah, it's a good question. I believe probably he is something, but honestly, I don't know at this point. I will have to look it up and find out unless Prabhu knows something. But
No,
uh,
Mataji.
yeah, so Mataji, I will look it up and I will see if he was any devotee in Lord Krishna's Leela.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. But wonderful session. Like I don't know how that those 90 minutes went off. It was very wonderful, and all the verses were so amazing. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your kind words, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Oh, Kusuma.
Kim Prabhu.
Kusuma Sava Sakha. He's Kusuma Sava Sakha.
Oh,
Yeah. So he looks like he
he
was
was one
one
of
of his Gopa friend. That's what it looks like.
Oh, Jay. Thank you for finding that out, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you,
Gul
Mataji.
Maharaj helped me.
Yes, yeah, many of the characters, yeah, they are in multiple leelas. So, yeah, thank you so much for finding that. No wonder how much love he has for the Lord as a Kolavicha Sridhar.
Yeah.
Jai. Thank you, Yoga Prabhu, for joining. Thank you, Kartikeyan Prabhu. Thank you, Kim Prabhu. And all of the devotees. Thank you so much, Ashay Madhav Prabhu, for doing this session and arranging all this session. So very grateful, and we pray that praying for Lord Chaitanya's mercy upon all of us so that we get love and devotion to the Supreme Lord. Let's do Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Yeah.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Kripa Sindhu Eva Patitanam Vaishnavabhyo Ananta Koti Vaishnavalli ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
कामेश्वरी माता जी की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai Shri Prabhupada. Please forgive any offenses or mistakes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Dear devotees, we'll close the sessions. Thank you for joining, from taking time from your busy work day. We'll meet again next Wednesday. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.